bit in case it shits itself and I have to have people scream at me. So, are we working? Is it working? I'm filling in capture codes because I'm trying to move this to my laptop. But, okay, it seems to actually be stable. If it isn't stable, and let me just kick this person who is posting someone's address in here, and I am very worried that this person's then going to flag my video. So, Roxo, I don't give a fuck about whose address that is, and I don't know where you think I am, but it isn't mine. So, I'd rather you don't try and flag my video by posting your own shit. I like how they think they've doxed me, and it's like, if you've doxed me, then do something. Like, I don't know what you intend to do if you even found my location in Eastern Europe. What are you gonna do? Tell Putin that I'm mean online? Okay, so we're back. And I will be literally 2 seconds. I'm gonna kick Roxo again from fucking screaming in my chat. Sorry, I had to kick Roxo. From my chat. So I don't want him to do what he always does, which is fail dox someone and then post their shit and then flag me. Because that's a Roxo thing to do because he can't take criticism. So today we're gonna power through all the fucking Wi-Fi issues. Oh my god! Fuck off, Roxo. This fat retard. Okay, give me a minute. Roxo is one of those people where I just don't have to deal with him. He is... Okay, to make this better, we're just going to go straight into the drama because I feel like I've wasted a good 10 minutes, like, fucking around. So, we're going to talk about Dark Ninja, Kiwi Farms, Play Gang, Roxo, what the fuck is going on, why do I have 4 nails on fingers, they fell off, and I fell off and forgot to replace them. So... Hello, Mr. Optical. Today, we are going to go over a shit ton of drama, and I'm going to get Kiwi Farms up right now, because that is where a lot of this stuff has been archived. So, what happened was, and this is the whole thing, I am not high. I really wish I was high, though. Maybe I could deal with this better. So... For those of you who don't know, Play Gang are a bunch of spurgs who basically came about, I think, during the Bitwave, Ethan Ralph, Prime A-logging era. This was before I was around. I wasn't in the sector yet. I didn't fucking know anything about any of them. I had absolutely zero clue what that was. And I came about them because Maskell from Kiwi Farms, and yes, I will call you out, Maskell, because you try and pretend you don't have Discord, but you do, and your Discord is Persony. So, I'm sorry, but, like, you know, I'm not going to take all the fucking blame for this. So, Persony, Maskell, added me to Play Gang's Discord server, and, I might have got a bit of their lore wrong, but that's how I know them to have come to exist. Now, the current people in Play Gang are not the same people as the original people that were in Play Gang. So Play Gang basically now operate entirely on Discord. I think a few of them make alts on YouTube or Twitter or basically wherever they have arguments at the time, but it's basically mainly on Discord. That's where all of their main accounts from 2016 are, and they have a few servers. Originally, there was a Play Gang server, But over time, I think they kept getting taken down. So instead, they decided to move everything to basically other people's servers. So now there are about 4 to 7 servers that are basically occupied entirely by Plague Gang. And they're a little bit like a cancer, right? So once you add one of them, they'll invite all of their friends who are equally fucking retarded. And before you know it, you have an entire server that's full of, like, just fucking retards. And it absolutely kills the content. They fucking kill the content. They murder the content. They are anti-content. Because when you add them to servers, the only thing that happens in those servers are Plague Gang talking to each other. So any word of advice I can give you is don't trust any single one of them, because you add one of them and I'll add 60 of them. And so the leader of Plague Gang is in the chat right now. It's Zoom. Zoom's okay. I don't have a problem with Zoom, to be honest. And I know people are going to hang me at the stake for this, but when have I ever not been hung at the stake? I don't give a fuck. But at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with Zoom, who is their self-proclaimed leader. But Zoom, and I'm sorry Zoom, makes a lot of fucking bad choices in Friends. And currently, I actually think that the majority of the stuff that Zoom has a bad reputation for was orchestrated by his friends. So I am going to place all of the blame solely on Roxo, because not only is he a black man that claims to be a Nazi, he's also fat. So I think he deserves all of the blame. So basically, long story short, Plague Gang have been fighting with this guy called Dark Ninja. Dark Ninja is a literal retard. I'm gonna be fucking honest. He's a retard, okay? Dark Ninja is basically Chris Chan levels of intelligent here. So when Plague Gang started fucking with him, and I might be wrong, right? I might be wrong. He might just be socially awkward. He might just not know what he's doing. There is a fucking high chance that Dark Ninja is just, like, he's got a new fag mentality. Because you get people who are not actually dumb IRL, but they're, like, sector stupid. Does that make sense? So the Dark Ninja was getting fucked with by Plague Gang. This has been going on for about 3 years now, a good 3 years. I might be wrong. Again, I haven't been in Plague Gang or around them for a long, I haven't been there from the start, so I don't fucking know. And the Dark Ninja is, right, let me show you the Dark Ninja. He is a man who makes streams dressed as a ninja where he exposes Plague Gang and Zoom. And he, to be honest, doesn't look like, he doesn't look the way he thinks he looks, okay? So when he makes these streams, he thinks he looks super badass, but to be completely honest, it is very, very, very cringe. I like how when you Google the Dark Ninja Plague Gang, I come up now. So let me just show you, like, a classic Dark Ninja video. Because they all start the same way, and it's always him being like, it is.
What's up, guys?
Okay, right, here we go.
This is another episode of the Dark Ninja! What's up, guys? This is another episode of the Dark Ninja. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement about the Happy Hour crew and the Plague Gang on what their latest stunt is, and this is the lowest of the low. So here's the thing, ever since I've known these two groups, they've always tried to dox me, and I've seen them dox other people along the way. So ever since they've been trying to dox me, they've gotten different identities from.
Right, okay, so that's a very, very classic Dark Ninja type of video. Shut up. So here we have recent videos, which is an interesting new, like, occurrence. So this is new lore here. We've got the Dark Ninja, King of Polys unhinged, and Plague Gang plan to defeat me failed. This doesn't make sense, because Brian hates Plague Gang. So this whole thing in itself is weird, because they're kind of meant to be allies. And then we have reversing and destroying Tragic Doomsday, Clock on Olive Oil, and Strawberry Douche, which are his best friends from Kiwi Farms. So all of this is new. King of Paul and Zoom are in bed together while they cry and lie about me. This is all new, okay? Because before it was, I hate everyone who likes Plague Gang and I'm friends with everyone that hates them. So we've got new ninja law, where now he's enemies with Plague Gang's enemies too. So he's basically hated by everyone as of recently. And this is interesting, because I honestly never thought this was coming. So we're gonna continue. The Dark Ninja is a lolcow, and I don't know if he's stupid IRL. I don't know if he pretends to be stupid for the internet, or if he is just one of those people that's sector dumb, is how I call it. Because I was once one of those people that was sector dumb, might still be, and I trusted people I shouldn't have on Discord. But I like to think that I don't do that anymore. The thing with the Dark Ninja is he keeps making the same mistakes again and again and again and again, and there doesn't seem to be anything learnt each time. Now, recently, something very weird has happened. Now, up until now, for about 3 years, Plague Gang and the Dark Ninja were in a war. And this war was basically a fairly fucking stupid fight. Because it was Dark Ninja versus like 100 people in Plague Gang. Like 100 fat incels who hate women because they can't get laid. So it was the Dark Ninja versus 100 of these guys. And it was obviously a losing battle. Because I don't think many people could fight 100 people one-on-one, whether on the internet or in real life. And I think that a normal person would have struggled with that. Now, with the Dark Ninja being the way he is, and being someone who wears pants on his head, like as a mask, and calls himself the Dark Ninja, I don't think that the guy had a fucking shot, okay? So I felt a little bad for him. Now, the narrative that Plague Gang was spinning were that the Dark Ninja had a dating server, which is true. He had a dating server where he intended to matchmake people and probably find an e-girl, because men are all the same. They all want e-girls. So he set up this server. Now, the Dark Ninja being a retard, let's be honest, the Dark Ninja being a retard did not fucking age verify people properly. Now, I truly don't believe that this was on purpose. I don't think he wanted this to happen, but I think that this was sort of like a very dumb move. This was like irresponsible rather than like, you know, malicious. So he basically had unintentionally allowed children into this server, and they were talking mostly to each other, but the Dark Ninja was in there with them. So Plague Gang came across this server, and they were like, that means that the Dark Ninja is a pedophile because he has kids in his server. Now, the thing that was weird about this was that there was actually no proof that the Dark Ninja was in these people's DMs. It just seemed to be a case in which he was too autistic to actually age verify any of the people he'd allowed into his server. So, I don't know, but I'm just going to put this down to general autism. Plague Gang took it upon themselves to decide that this was why they were going to battle Ninja for 3 years and waste 3 years of everyone's time. So the Plague Gang set off on their journey to destroy the Dark Ninja, which basically consisted of actually some pretty hefty shit. For example, they have called his parents and his other family members and told them about his internet stuff. They have called his wife and had her break up with him, and because of that, they called CPS on him, and his wife ended up with custody over his child, and the Dark Ninja now doesn't have access to his children, and his wife has basically divorced him, and he lives by himself, making these videos where he has pants on his head, screaming about Plague Gang. It's not a good thing. So the thing that I have a problem with is that I see this, and for a long time it was funny, right? For a long time it was really funny. I like a good cyberbullying of a retard, okay? I like that. We're all here for that. Can we be honest? We all like when someone's a little bit of a sped and we get to beat them down. I know I do. Maybe I'm just a sadist. I don't know. But it got to a point where it was sort of so much shit that they were doing to this guy. And I was like, okay, you're beating down a retard. You're beating down someone who fucking is clearly got a few issues. He clearly has lost custody of his kids because you guys have called CPS on him. He is clearly, he's clearly lost everything, IRL. And he's clearly not very, I don't even know. I don't know. He doesn't have any common sense. So the problem was, it got to a point where I felt like allowing this to continue was at a certain point just inhumane. And I'm not one for empathy, but objectively speaking, there's only so many times I can be down on a retard before I start to worry that I'm turning into the idea guys. Now I'm not gonna lie, I did do my part. I did call the feds on him. I did get him investigated for allegedly hosting this server that contained children in it, but he was cleared of that. And I did that because I wanted to check that he wasn't doing pedo shit. Once he got investigated, I was happy to know that he wasn't, because if he had been doing pedo shit, he would be in a prison cell. So, anyway, that being said, recently there was a little bit of an alliance that was made. So, he had befriended, kind of, King of Pole, Brian. Now, Brian is actually, he's really based. I think Brian is based. I don't give a fuck. And I think that a lot of Brian's takes are actually pretty good. And I think that Ninja saw Brian as kind of like an ally in this. And Brian basically, decided to take Ninja under his wing and say, this is wrong. I don't think it's okay what Playgang are doing. And, whatever. And essentially speaking, I basically, at a certain point, was like, you know what, fuck it, me too. So I basically continued to sort of just observe stuff for a few weeks, and then eventually I got involved, and I said, you guys are literally beating a retard. Like, you're beating down on a retard. Like, this isn't funny. Like, it's only funny when it's, like, the first few weeks, and then after a while it starts to turn into some real idea guy shit. And I do my fair share of idea guy shit, but, there's only so much I can do of it before I'm like, okay, fuck, like, can we have a target our own size? And so I started to get involved, and I said, I don't agree with this shit, because it's insane and retarded. And another reason that I didn't agree with this stuff is because of a man named Basil Kawaki. Now, I can't pronounce his name because he's got one of those fucking immigrant names that I can't say. It's Greek. I don't know any Greek. Don't know anyone from Greece, and I don't care. So I can't pronounce Basil's surname. But he goes by Dr. Roxo in Playgang. And he is Zoom's right-hand man and black. Yep. Playggang's logo is a Soningrad and a swastika, and he is black. Like, I shit you not. Like, this is the level this is the level we're at, where it's got to the point where we have a black man posting the Soningrad and talking about saving the white race. This is literally what all of these, like, online Nazis are like, by the way. You investigate those groups of online Nazis, and everyone in there is, like, Mexican and black. It's very fucking cringe. So, Zoom says Roxo isn't black, he's Greek. Okay, right, let's let everyone decide for themselves. Because I posted this on Twitter. I want to know if you guys also think that this man is black. Because I don't know if I'm tripping here, but I am pretty fucking sure that this guy is black. So why don't you guys tell me what the race of Basil is? Because I really don't think it's Greek. Now, Basil's cope is that he is Greek because he's adopted by Greek parents. This, again, That doesn't mean he's Greek. Like, I don't know why he thinks that being adopted by Greek people means that he is ethnically Greek. But, you know, I actually have an IQ. Look at an image of a fat black man and see a fat black man and not a Greek man. So I'm going to just get this up on the screen and you can tell me if this guy is black or not. Because I am, like, this is not even a fucking, I don't even know why we're having this discussion. Because this guy is very clearly a black man. Like, Zoom, please. Zoom, please. I know it hurts. Please, just, please, like, just don't, because I feel bad. Like, you're gonna make him and yourself look stupid. So, this is Roxo. This is Basil. Is this guy black? Yes or no? Is this man black? I think this is very obviously a black man. Am I tripping? Or is this a black man? Zoom, please don't tell me that this is a Greek white man. Like, please. Don't. So this is Basil's username and he goes, ugly, fat, kek. And he thinks that this photo of himself looking like the guy that scams you for like AT&T mobile services. He thinks that that this is an own, that this proves that he's not ugly or fat. Definitely not ugly or fat. Definitely not black. Right? That's not a black man. We're all coping. Zoom is right. That's white. That is the guy that's gonna save the white race, everyone. Yeah. So that guy thinks he's not black. Please don't ask me how. I don't know how anyone has coped this much. Don't know why George Floyd over here is claiming that he is Greek because he got adopted by Greek parents. But whatever, we're in like top tier levels of copium right now. So I'm gonna go over this guy's docs because he's been beating down on this retard, the Dark Ninja, and the Dark Ninja at this point is from, and I didn't say this before because I didn't know for sure, but after the past few weeks, I have realised he is Chris Chan levels of intelligence, and it's unfair. So I'm gonna go over Roxo's docs. Give me 1 minute while I get the archive up on my screen. Connect again. Okay, we're back. So now that we're back, I am going to show you this man's docs and how he docs himself. And we're going to pair this with his Twitter where he says that it's a fail docs. And the only reason why he said it was a fail docs is because there was nothing but this archive until he doxed himself in that photo that I just showed you all. So, right. This is Roxo. He says, and this is his Discord account, where I think that might be a photo of the Dark Ninja in a mask, because he thinks he's a really epic troll. So he says, you made it to one of our Facebook groups, and he's tagging some other retard that he fucks with. Now, this is interesting, because this person is, who is that? Does anyone know who this is? Because I don't. Right? So because we don't know who this is, we can only assume that the person who posted it to this Facebook group knows who this is. And because this isn't some massive e-celeb, take a wild guess at who posted this lolcow's image to their Facebook group. Oh, it was a guy who went by Pepe Dean Farage. Now what's interesting is not only did he post this guy's image, he also posted his Discord. Now who do we know that operates all over Discord? Plate Gang. In case, not to be too obvious about it. So, here he is. posting the link to Facebook of this guy's fucking account. Now it gets even fucking better, because you go onto the account that posted it, and you see we have Toronto, Canada, which we all knew that he was from there. And then we have this gets better. We have his friend list. All over here. We have Diane Trollcow. We have all of these other fucking people. I'm not even going to go through all of them because it's very fucking boring. But I just feel like this is funny that this person's called Fast Freddy Mackenzie. Anyway, now when you actually go to the URL of his Facebook, which he didn't change, it says Basil Karaukas. He forgot that changing his nickname on Facebook to Pepe Dean Farage doesn't change the URL. So it still says his name. It still says Basil Karaukas. Now when you go on the internet, don't even know how, you get his address. Now I very lazily covered that up. So that's his address. You know what? I didn't even fucking try. I don't give a fuck. And then you have these lovely white people who adopted him. Like literally, you just type in. I have to post this on Odyssey and fucking take it down from YouTube in a while because yeah. So it's worth it though. You know what? Just for shits and giggles. Just for shits and giggles. Here it is. I'll repost an edited version where this isn't in it on YouTube. I'm based as fuck for that. So anyway, here are these lovely white people that adopted this fat black man. This fat black man that we see here. Who here they are. They've got a Canadian flag outside their house, so I guess we can tell what kind of people they are. Losers. Imagine repping Canada. Like, out of everywhere to have a flag outside of, you chose Canada. So, then we have a better look at the house, which is like a box. Like, look, these are white people, right? Next door. Next door is his, our actual white people's addresses. Here we have just this big, terribly styled red brick. The influence of Basil has ruined that property forever. So then we can see who was outside that house. And we have his grandparents, their obituary, which I might redirect to his docs, because just for fun, because he thinks it's funny to be down on retards. So do I, Basil. And then we have him liking cosplay groups. Muscle glasses. Now, do you think this man is straight? Low cost cosplay. Muscle glasses. It's weird that a man would like muscle glasses, isn't it? Right? And we also have this huge fat lady who he's also related to, and her snowman in wherever the fuck that is. And so then, and this photo has been memed so many times. It's so overused. We could probably make an NFT of that face, right? We could probably make an NFT of this, and it would sell out, because he has been the subject of so many memes that at this point that face could be its own fucking. Do I have any of the Roxo memes? Yeah, we have the broken plate with Roxo's face on it. We have a lot of Roxo. We have a lot of Rox content. So that's about Pod Awful Jesse. Anyway, so we have this fat retard and his Greek mother who adopted him, and then we have him again, and then we have him, and I'm not going to show you the kids, so I'll scroll past those. And again, I'm going to cut that bit out. But we have all of his relatives over here. And the whole thing is just embarrassing. He docks himself. Now, he says that this isn't him. But then again, it's a bit stupid to say that shit after he already fucking posted himself to Discord. Himself to Discord to try and own all the haters. He then says that isn't him. I think it's pretty clear that is the same man. So I don't really understand what the point of that was. It was me that got this cat, by the way, so I give him credits because I got a fat retard outing himself. So anyway, plate gangs cope because they can't deal with a woman not wanting to fuck them. Their cope is that I'm in love with Basil and that's why I'm A-logging him. Because apparently, by that logic, everyone that A-logs Chris Chan also wants to bang him. It's incredible. It's incredible how men are so bad at taking rejection. Incels are so bad at taking rejection, they cannot deal with it, that they have to make up this convoluted copium in their brains where they pretend that really I don't think Roxo's a fat black retard. Really, I want to bang him. That's totally what's happening here. Because, you know, when I'm in love with someone, I definitely dox them on my live stream. That's how I show my affection. I put their life at risk. I'm really not sure where this cope is coming from. It's interesting because this is a real male mindset. Male people, when they see women that they want to bang, but they're not into them, they'll make up some, like, 4D gymnastics as to why that is. Instead of just admitting, she doesn't like me, they'll say, no, she's really in love with me, that's why she's spending all this time doxing me. It's like, no, I'm spending all this time doxing you because I want to laugh at you when you fucking inevitably hang from a rope. This really isn't... Josh is white, okay? Right? Like, however much I've hated Josh, he's white. That's it. That my point is made. So, anyway, this fat retard, Roxo, decided that he was going to go at the Dark Ninja, who is a literal retard. So I got a little bit tired. I got a little bit tired of seeing this fat black man beating down on someone who is clearly mentally ill. And I stepped in on Twitter and I said, well, actually, this guy Roxo is a fucking joke. He's embarrassing, he's a joke, and he really shouldn't be making fun of people when he looks like someone who scams you at like a fucking mobile shop. Like, you know when you go to those mobile stores, it's like, hey, you can get 2 for 1 price. That is him, right? I'm sorry, mate. Please don't be making fun of other people. I'm just saying, okay? And I know everyone's gonna say, Elaine is, Josh is a Jew. He still looks white. That's good enough for me. I'm sorry. In terms of the level of whiteness, right? I don't really care about esoteric geneticism, and I know people are going to kill me for that, but at the end of the day, if they look white, that's somewhat better than not looking white, so I'm going to go with that. So, anyway. So, this black retard started beating down on this other retard. Now, Roxo's whole shtick is a bit different. Roxo likes to pretend that he is an anime supervillain. This guy is apparently an anime supervillain and not a fat black retard. So he writes things like, and I'm going to try and quote this because I don't have Discord up yet, but he has said, and I quote, "Be careful, Elaine, I'm going to stop playing Tarkov and pay illegals to fuck with you in real life." Because that would work. Right, I totally wouldn't Karen out and call the police when I see anyone brown going near me. That would work. Calling illegals on me in where I was, which was the UK. Yeah, okay, Roxo. I mean, this is what we're dealing with. He is so low IQ that he actually thinks that paying some immigrant will cause me to get killed, and that the immigrant won't A, run off with his money, or me, I won't call the police and Karen out. So, interesting. Anyway, I started calling out Roxo for being a fat black retard on Twitter, and Roxo got incredibly fucking frustrated, and because he was so annoyed about me bullying him, because not only was I bullying him, but people on Kiwi Farms had started to bully him too. So he was kind of getting bullied by a lot of people because he literally thinks he's an internet tough guy, which, to be honest, I'm in that subforum too. But I like to think that I'm an OG internet tough guy and not just some play gang guy screaming at his phone while he shares lolly, which is what Roxo is. So, Roxo, oh yeah, here's the other thing I want to touch on. Roxo has a fucking habit of posting child porn and lolly and pretending it's not child porn and lolly. He says stuff like, oh, but they're definitely 18. And it's like, well, where's your age check on this? I want your age check on this. And I like how all the play gang people are in here being mad. But Roxo has shared child porn before in front of everyone, and people cope for him and they say it's not true, or the person in that content is an adult, and it's like there is literally no proof of that. So Roxo shares around child porn thinking that it's funny, and I think it's disgusting. He has shared child porn of me that he got from lolcow.org. He has shared child porn of a girl called Tick, I believe. I think she has a friend on Lolcow Farm. I might be able to get that up. He has shared child porn of several people. He doesn't repost nudes of me, though. He specifically reposts the content of me in which I was underage. Because Roxo doesn't want to post of-age pornography. He wants to post child pornography because it gets him off. So Roxo was doing all of that shit, and I stepped in on Twitter and I said, Roxo is a fucking child porn sharing retard, and I don't really give a fuck about him wanting to fuck with the Dark Ninja. I think this is insane. So I decided to bully Roxo, and this is when something very, very weird happened. This is when something very, very, very weird happened. Because, the other thing I want to add is Roxo doesn't just post child porn of me. Like, you know, it's not me saying, oh, stop posting my nudes. He's done this with like 30 other people, and some of them, I think, unfortunately to everyone that had to witness it, are very clearly not of age. And Roxo still thinks it's funny to share it around. So I don't want to have the argument that he's just doing this to me, because he's not. So, and I'm not talking about the arsehole pics or any of those. I'm talking about ones that he'd have to go through archives to find. So anyway, Roxo started to go at the Dark Ninja, and I decided that I was going to bully Roxo. Now this is the weird thing that I'm talking about. Ninja started to play video games with Roxo and the play gang guys. I'm sorry about this fragmented story. I have ADHD, in case it isn't obvious. I'm also really drunk. But Play Gang and the Dark Ninja decided that they were going to play video games together. And they started playing StarCraft in the server. Together. And the Dark Ninja and Play Gang, I don't know if it started as a I can totally beat you in video games, bros. I don't know how this started, but they had this weird thing, right, where they started playing video games together, and it was all very, very weird. I'm not talking about those nudes. Who cares? Anyway, what I'm saying is, they had this weird alliance where they started to play video games together, and after a while, it became sort of like where playing StarCraft became the priority over their war. Now, this is when everyone who had been backing the Dark Ninja had started to have a problem. Because, bro, it's not my teeth. I have a Invisalign on. Like braces. Sorry. But anyway, the Dark Ninja had started to make this weird sort of alliance where they play video games together with Plague Gang. And I was like, you know, hang on a minute here. This is weird, because these guys literally called CPS on your kids. Like, you literally don't have custody over your children because of this fat black man. So I don't know why suddenly it's based and it's funny. Why it's based and it's funny to you know, to be playing StarCraft with the people that called CPS on you. So I started to, they had a problem with us telling him not to let them use him as a cannon for folder, but that's what you guys were doing, Zoom. And I've got to be honest here, Plague Gang were using Godwinson, I keep seeing Godwinson in chat, this is why. So Plague Gang kept using the Dark Ninja as their little fucking, you know, as their like go-between. Like, Dark Ninja, please tell Twitter that Plague Gang's actually based. We don't hate you anymore, bro. We just want to play video games. We don't hate you. We're all friends again, even though I got your kids taken away. We're all friends again. Tell the Kiwi farmers to stop calling us pedos. That was literally Plague Gang, right? That was Plague Gang. That was what they were fucking doing. So I was like, hey, you're not any fucking better than the Kiwis that were doing that. So, in fact, you're worse. So I just want to know why it's different when you do it. Why is it different when Plague Gang does it? Like, it apparently is bad when Olive Oil and Strawberry Douche from Kiwi Farms troll Shield Ninja and use them to pass on messages for him. But now it's fine that Plague Gang do the same thing. Why is it fine when Plague Gang do it, but it's not when Kiwi Farms do it? I just want to know. I want to know why it's okay when some people do it, not when others. Don't sit here and tell me that you weren't doing that, because you were doing that. You were doing that, Plague Gang. I don't want to hear it, because I've seen for the past few weeks, Plague Gang saying, Dark Ninja, please tell them, da-da-da-da. I've been in fucking servers with Plague Gang where they have told Dark Ninja to post certain things on Twitter. Now, I go on Twitter, and I see people, I see the Dark Ninja saying to people, actually, Plague Gang aren't that bad. And the reason that Strawberry and Olive Oil were begging Ninja to record the VCs is because they were worried that you guys were trying to get his kids taken away. His kids have already been taken away, but you know what I mean. They were fucking worried that you guys were going to swat Ninja. Because for the past few years, Kiwi Farms have been the people basically trying to stop this guy getting swatted and fucked with anymore. And now we have Plague Gang suddenly caring about his well-being after getting his kids taken away. Is that not fucking suspicious? Are we going to pretend that that's not suspicious? Are we going to sit here and pretend that the people who got his kids taken away are totally his friends that just want to game with him? Because I'm sorry, maybe you guys want to have those delusions. I don't. Like, maybe you guys want to pretend you just want to. Apparently I can't stream for a few days because Roxo flagged my channel for showing his address on my YouTube channel, which may have not been smart, but I wouldn't take it back. So that video is now archived in my Odyssey, which is in my link tree, because it's gonna keep getting flagged off YouTube otherwise. Now I'm gonna stream again tomorrow and try and go over all of this again without the censored stuff, because we're never gonna get through this otherwise, and I'm fucking sorry, chat. But I think the flag might only be 24 hours. It's a suspension? It says only 24 hours, so I don't know if that includes streaming as well. But I have like a warning thingy as well. I don't know if they're usually 24 hours or not, but I'm just gonna assume I can stream tomorrow. But, oh! Okay. I just couldn't resist showing his address when I was drunk. I'm sorry. He deserves it. He's fat.